Ministers, advisors, representative of the government of the Republic of Liberia, staff of the Central Bank of Liberia, I join the acting governor in welcoming you to this all-important press conference. Why we are here? We are here to look at the government of Liberia, metrics of policy measures to mitigate exchange rate pressure. The Liberian dollar has come under significant pressure beginning last year, and the situation has further deteriorated in recent time. The Central Bank of Liberia continues to intervene in the foreign exchange market through the regular conduct of the foreign exchange auction based on available foreign exchange resources in the midst of limited resources. The main source of foreign exchange for the Central Bank of Liberia now is the remittance split proceeds. Statistics shows that at the end of June 2018, the total foreign exchange intervention by the Central Bank of Liberia was $26.9 million, reflecting a net inflow of $10.7 million, excluding CBL operations and other expenditures. While the remittance split may not be directly contributing to the reserve built up, it is significantly helping to reduce the pressure on the reserve. In other words, without the remittance split, the reserve position would have significantly fallen compared with the current level. This highlights the fact that abandoning or suspending the remittance split at this time may expose the CBL to foreign exchange constraint, which will significantly affect the operations of the bank. In addition, there is also a credibility risk if the government should reintroduce the policy later. That is policy inconsistency. It may not be prudent for the Central Bank of Liberia to rely on the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning for foreign exchange under the current circumstances. Therefore, it is recommended that the remittance policy remain in place, but complemented with other policy measures such as foreign exchange intervention and sterilization. Issuance of financial instruments like notes and or bonds and standing deposit facility in order to mitigate the negative impact associated with the injection of additional currency in circulation. And the reason is because exchange rate pressure remain persistent and insight if additional measures are not taken to revert the trend. The main source of the problem. The increased pressure on the Liberian dollar can be attributed to several direct and indirect factors, including but not limited to the weak real and external sectors of the economy, constraining the foreign exchange supply to the economy. 2, the withdrawal on whose operations significantly contributed to the supply of foreign exchange in the economy. 3, the huge currency outside the banking system, recorded as 15.2 billion Liberian dollars, about 90% of currency in circulation at the end of May 2018, which further exacerbated the pressure. So, just to give you a brief idea of the analysis of stock of money as of May 2018. Currency in circulation, 17 0.029 billion Liberian dollars. Currency outside the banking system is about 15 billion 242 million. Currency in the vault of commercial banks is only 1.7 billion. The objective of the action plan. This action plan or framework is aimed at implementing every necessary and complementary policy measure that will help reduce the amount of currency outside the banking system, and by extension, ensure broad exchange rate stability over a period of time. In keeping with the CBF Forex Bureau regulation, there are two categories of licenses already issued. One, Category A, and two, Category B. Licensing and operational requirements for Category A. And I hope you pay careful attention. Pick up the requirements, including an application form for the opening of the Foreign Exchange Bureau from the Central Bank of Liberia Research Department. Attached is the general requirement to this document and application form. 2, have an established premises that meet the CBL minimum specification, including concrete structure containing cages with glass portion separating the Forex Bureau, staff and customers, storage facility, including mini-safe, counterfeit detector, pen calculators, and the necessary. 3, complete application form along with the other licensing requirements and return them to the Central Bank of Liberia Research Department along with $50 as application fee. 4, upon approval of license, pay fees of $200. That is, upon approval of your license, you pay license fee of $200. That's for Category A. 5, deposit the minimum capital requirement of US $5,000. May I have a choir, please? May I have a choir, please? Deposit the minimum capital requirement of US $5,000 in any commercial bank operating in Liberia of your choice, and provide evidence of said capital deposit to the Central Bank of Liberia. 6, provide evidence of membership of the National Association of Foreign Exchange Operators of Liberia. 7, upon satisfactory compliance with the above-mentioned licensing and operational requirement, the Central Bank of Liberia will grant the applicant a license to do foreign exchange business. 8, pay an annual operating levy of $150 after being licensed. Benefits associated with you who in Category A. 1, you will be engaged in foreign exchange transaction. If you don't comply, you will not be engaged in foreign exchange transaction. 2, you will be permitted to open 4 branches or outlet. 3, you will be permitted to do mobile money transaction and money transfer. 4, you'll be able to encash government of Liberia salary checks. And 5, you will be permitted to participate in a CBL monthly auction. That's the benefits that will be accrued to those in Category A. 6, you will be allowed new and clean banknotes. And 7, you will be allowed to enjoy special product offer by the bank.
Thank you.
Have a choir, please. May I have a quiet, please? Licensing and operational requirement for Category B. Licensing and operational requirements for Category B. 1. Pick up the requirement including an application form for the opening of a foreign exchange bureau from the Central Bank of Liberia Research Department. Attached is the general requirement application form. 2. Have an established premises that meet the CBL minimum specification, including concrete structure containing cages with glass portions separating the Forex Bureau staff and customers. Storage facility including mini safe, counterfeit detector, pen and pencil, calculators, and what else you need to use. 3. Complete application form along with the other licensing requirement and return them to the Central Bank of Liberia Research Department along with $50 as application fee. That's for license B. 4. Upon approval of the license, paid license fee of $1,500. 5. Deposit a minimum capital requirement of $1,250 US in any commercial bank operating in Liberia of your choice, and provide evidence of said capital deposit to the Central Bank of Liberia. 6. Provide evidence of membership of the National Association of Foreign Exchange Operators of Liberia. 7. Upon satisfactory compliance with the above-mentioned licensing and operational requirements, the Central Bank of Liberia will grant the applicant a license to do foreign exchange business. And 8. Pay annual operating levy of $100 US after being licensed as a holder of Category B. Now, the benefits associated with Category B. You will be engaged in foreign exchange transaction. You will be permitted to open one branch or outlet. One branch or outlet. Category A, 4 branches. 3. You will be permitted to participate in the CBL monthly auction also. Required to have a Liberian dollar account with any commercial bank as a prerequisite. 4. You will be allowed new clean banknotes. Licensed Foreign Exchange Bureau. Those that are licensed Foreign Exchange Bureau. 1. In the shortest period of time, all licensed foreign exchange bureaus shall begin to issue the issuing of receipts. Everywhere in the world you go, every foreign exchange bureau you went to, even in the sub-region, you go to change money, they give you a receipt. Whether you buy money or selling money, you get a receipt. So in the shortest period of time, all licensed foreign bureaus shall begin to issuance of receipts as prescribed by the Central Bank of Liberia for foreign exchange purchases or sale for all transactions of $20 and above. Violators will be penalized according to the law. 2. Beginning August 31st, it's next month, beginning August 31st, 2018, all licensed Forex Bureau are required to submit monthly returns as prescribed by the CBL, reflecting the monthly purchases and sales of foreign exchange currency in line with the Foreign Forex Bureau regulation. It's a regulation and we intend to follow the regulation. Violator, again, will be prosecuted. 3. Effective Thursday, July 19, that's tomorrow, 2018, all licensed foreign exchange bureaus are warned not to publish exchange rates on placards in the streets. May I have a quiet, please? Now, we do know one thing that is existing presently. If you went to a foreign exchange bureau right now, you will see 3 or 4 desks within the bureau. If you go to change money, each individual behind a desk has his own exchange rate. This will stop. The rate that will be published by the bureau, the proprietor of the bureau, the rate that will be published will be the rate all 4 or 5 of them in the bureau will use. It will be that rate. In addition, on a weekly basis, all licensed Forex Bureau are required to declare their operational fund to the CBL in both United States dollar and Liberia dollar beginning Friday, July 20, 2018, and every other Friday until otherwise advised by the Central Bank of Liberia. 4. I'll go over it. On a weekly basis, all licensed Forex Bureau are required to declare their operational funds to the CBL in both United States dollar and Liberian dollars beginning this Friday, July 20, 2018, and every other Friday until otherwise advised by the Central Bank of Liberia. 4. All licensed Forex Bureau are also required to provide the CBL with their bank statements for the Foreign Exchange Bureau accounts with the commercial bank in both the United States and Liberian dollars on Friday, July 20, 2018. The statement should cover the period January 1, 2018 to present. 5. In order to facilitate points 3 and 4 on account 2, the CBL will direct all commercial banks to open a special window for Foreign Exchange Bureau operations. Banking hours for the special window will be extended from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. to allow the Foreign Exchange Bureau to transact business. I repeat that. In order to facilitate points 3 and 4 that we mentioned above, the CBL will direct all commercial banks to open a special window for Foreign Exchange Bureau operations. Banking hours for the special window will be extended from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. to allow the Foreign Exchange Bureau to transact business. Enforcement exercise. Effective Thursday, that's tomorrow, July 19, 2018, the Central Bank of Liberia, in collaboration with the Ministry of Justice, Liberia Immigration Service, the City Corporation, the National Association of Foreign Exchange Bureau, will begin the enforcement of the Foreign Bureau regulation. We mentioned the Ministry of Justice, but the police comes under the Ministry of Justice. So the enforcement exercise directly the police, immigration, city corporation, they will be involved. Two, the enforcement will entail the closure of unlicensed Forex Bureau and the removal of all illegal foreign exchange operators from the streets, as well as the confiscation of monies belonging to illegal operators. We'll repeat this. Now, quiet. The acting governor has asked me to repeat it because it's very important. Hello? May I have a quiet, please? I said the enforcement will entail the closure of unlicensed Forex Bureau and the removal of all illegal foreign exchange operators from the streets, as well as the confiscation of monies belonging to illegal operators. Right. 3, All licensed foreign exchange bureaus that have not regularized their status with the CBL are considered illegal foreign exchange bureau and shall be treated as such during the enforcement exercise. Regularization means payment of all outstanding annual operating levies as prescribed by the Central Bank of Liberia. Now, one thing I want you to be aware of, the government of Liberia is aware of the risks and challenges. When we talk about risks, we'll talk about international reserve position implication for reduction in the net reserve position and public outcry. Public may not like what we're doing, but it's necessary that we do that if we have to bring relief to the Liberian people. But the expected outcome, the outcome from the exercise would be to reduce the pressure on the Liberian dollar exchange rate and maintain broad stability in the exchange rate, ensure order and sanity in the foreign exchange market by weeding out illegal operators, and to control erratic quotation of rates in the streets, thereby minimizing speculation in the market. Associated with these short-term monetary policy measures will yield positive result. In the future, not too long, we'll be coming up with medium-term measures and long-term measures for Foreign Exchange Bureau. Ladies and gentlemen, Minister, Advisor, thank you very much.
Licensed and unlicensed, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we would like to encourage all of you, our dynamic licensed and unlicensed foreign bureau exchangers. I'd like to appreciate you for your attendance here today at the Central Bank of Liberia. The government of Liberia is seriously concerned about the prevailing upward movement in the exchange rate and subsequent devaluation of the Liberian dollar's currency. Against this backdrop, you have been invited to this technical meeting. The government sees you as a partner and a major partner, of course. This is why we have required your presence here today. You've listened to the regulations and laid out by the Central Bank incoming governor. As we go through these technical deliberations with you, we seek your cooperation as we find amicable means in resolving the current exchange rate situation we now face as a country. This means that the policy measures as well as regulations issued by the Central Bank of Liberia must be strictly adhered to. We must, as a nation, confront this challenge as a people with our government. We must see this confrontation as we did during our Ebola crisis. It's no different. This is an economic issue that we need the fullest participation of every member of our citizens, especially the major stakeholders. This is the reason why you are being invited here today. You may not be very comfortable with all of the situation that the government will propose or will insist that we do, but you must bear in mind that all of these things are done to bring economic relief to our people. We can only do this when we work together as a people living in a responsible and functional countries. The government of Liberia assures you that actions are already being taken as we speak, some of which will not be disclosed here, about the trading in and trading out of illegal monies into our economy. I'd like us to open our minds and leave the sentiments and focus on one thing. That thing is to ensure that whatever we do here today is directed at bringing relief to the masses of our people, you the masses of our people. I'd like to use the occasion to pause at this moment. I know we'll listen to other speakers, and of course the governor has said that question and answers will come, and then you can put those questions forth. It's important. If you were not an important part of this particular process today, there was no way you would have been invited here today. And there's no way the government of Liberia will work in ensuring that these measures are taken into place when those who are direct beneficiary of these measures are not brought to the table. So we're having a consultative discussions with you, and we hope that we have your cooperation. We are your government. We're elected to take charge, and the only thing we can do is to take charge of this situation and throw back the blame sheet. We have taken those steps, and we are meeting on a regular and daily basis to deal with that situation. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, our distinguished patriotic partners in progress, we encourage you to continue these deliberations. Thanks.
Members of the press, other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me say good afternoon to all of you and thank you for coming. I would like to join my my colleagues who have spoken before and underscore that this is a government you elected to bring relief to the majority of our people. It is not a popularity contest. This government is not trying for everybody to like it. But we want to make sure we can bring order to the system where a majority of our people can benefit. Money changing is a business. Nowhere around the sub-region, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, you can go where people change money anytime, anywhere, as they will. And if it cannot happen there, this country should not be any different from it. You elected this government to bring order to the system. And this is what we are trying to do. We urge you to cooperate with the government because this thing they are talking about borders on national security. We want to be able to work with you to improve your lives. Because if we don't check this thing, it will make you poorer. It will make a lot of people poorer and very few people rich. There's no problem with getting rich, but you cannot get rich at the expense of majority of the people. And this is why this government is trying to correct the situation. The acting governor, the incoming governor has already said, and the economic management team has agreed that those of you people who do not meet the requirement, 1, 2, 3, 4 of you can get together, come to the central bank and work with the central bank, and they will ensure that you meet the requirements so you can open a bureau. It is a business. We intend to make it a business. What you can do in the neighboring countries will not allow you to do it here. As far as the Ministry of Commerce is concerned, you have our full support. We provide you with all of the support that you need. A few days ago, we met with some people in the business community. We'll continue to work with you. But if you do anything that will be harmful to the interest of this country, we have to step in and correct it. So we ask you to please cooperate. This is your country. You elected this government. And there's no way that this government will allow people to do anything they want to do, anytime they want to do it. No, it will not work. It does not work in other countries. You cannot do it in this country. Our young people, we know what you're trying to do. You need, like the acting governor said, most of you do these things for livelihood. We don't want to take that way. We want to improve your activities. We want to make it better. To do it, we have to help you to be orderly. I want to say thank you very much. I know there will be questions, and we will be able to address the questions. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we are here today because our economy is under threat. We are appealing to the general public and the money exchanger in particular to please adhere to all of the regulations that is being put forth by the Central Bank of Liberia. The Liberia National Police is working along with the Central Bank to ensure that these regulations are adhered to. We are also appealing to you all, to all of our citizens, to desist from holding the Liberian dollar. We are also appealing to you to inform the police wherever you have an incident of counterfeiting. We are appealing to you all to help build this economy. Do not destroy the economy by infusing counterfeit in the market. We as Liberians, we are good at tearing apart one another. This is not the time for us to tear apart one another. Liberia is at a crossroad. Today, I see all of us sitting here as patriots. Let us all be patriotic and think about our country. If Liberia falls apart today, it is not President George Weah. It is everybody in the larger society out there that have failed. Let us forget about party lines. Let us forget about who is leading us, and think about Mama Liberia. Long ago, since 1847, we all live in this country, but when it comes to patriotism, there is problem. Please keep quiet. We as Liberians, we are not patriots. If you put up a talk show today, you have many Liberians calling. The only thing Liberians love to say is the negative. But let us all work together, forget about the negatives. Let us ensure that we revamp our economy so the government can help you. Help the government for the government to help you. All of you here, you are the driving force behind the escalation of the rate. Businesses, hello, the reason for which I am saying that you are the driving force behind the rate. The rate is being moved by our rate is being moved by the market force. You are part of the market force. We know we have medium-sized businesses, we have larger businesses, but you are part of that driving force. So we call upon you to please help the government as the government help you. Adhere to these regulations, and you will rest assured that we all will live a better life. Thank you all.
Making today to address this situation is in your interest. And I was at the Ministry of Agriculture having a meeting with the minister and the team there talking about rice production. You all know the challenge the economy faces. There's a big hole, a US dollar hole in the economy. So let's first understand what the cause of this problem is. We're not putting the blame on anybody in this room. Let me make that very clear first. We are not putting the blame on anybody in this room. So let's get that message clear. Are we clear? Yeah. Are we clear? Yeah. All right. The cause of this problem is the fact that our economy is not able to generate foreign exchange. This has been starting for a very long time. The price of rubber dropped, the price of iron ore dropped. UNME was spending $150 million, UNME has gone. And so we have a fundamental structural problem. Now, with that problem, we will see the symptom. With that problem, we'll begin to see the symptom of the depreciation of our money, our own Liberian dollar. The government, the real solution
will come sometime 2 years, 3 years from now, when we grow 500,000 metric tons of rice. But before that time, you know the Liberian say, he said, dry door sweet. What do you been eating before that time? So we say, let us look at the way we are doing our monetary policy given this tight situation. Let us do more regulation now. So this is a contribution that you have to help the government, because who government is this? This is your government. You elected this government, right? Do you want this government to succeed? Yes. Okay. I know for a fact that all of you in this room want President George Banneret Weah to succeed, because you are the kind of people for which he ran for the presidency. Everybody knows who look. You are the pro masses of this country. And this is why he is now president. So for the president to succeed, you have a contribution given this tough time. This is why he made the speech and said, the decisions that are coming, everybody will have to make the sacrifice to do the share. That's why we're here. So the first thing is that you have to be the first, because you are the one changing money. To ensure and expose counterfeit in the economy, you have that responsibility, because when you see it somewhere, you will call the police quickly. The police can be all over. But you are all over, right? So you have that ultimate responsibility to help with us weed out counterfeit from the economy. Are we clear? Then you have to be able to give us information. We heard the president, he said, large amount of Liberian dollar outside the economy, banking system. People are keeping large amounts of money outside the banking sector. We need this money back in the banking sector so that we can stabilize the rate. You again are responsible, you are the frontline soldier in ensuring and helping the central bank and the president and the Minister of Finance to get this money back in the system. So you see, your responsibility is there. We are helping you to organize in how to do this. For us to do this, we need a lot of information. So if you know people who are keeping a lot of large money, tell them to put it back in the bank. Because we will not allow anybody to compromise this government. You can see that when the rate continues to go up, you see what happened in the country, right? It can lead to instability. And you don't want that. Okay? So let all of us now sit down and work now with the president, who has called us, assembled this wonderful team here, everybody here, working. We've been working for the last 3 weeks. This team meets here at the Central Bank every day at 5, 6, 7 o'clock, up to 8, 9, 10. We'll do so for the next 30, 60 days until this situation stabilizes. Even after this situation stabilizes, the team is not going to sleep. The present economic management team is going to work. This team will be working on rice production. It will be working on value addition throughout for the proper development plan until this country turns around. Okay? So there's a lot of work that we have to do. But first, you have to help us get organized. So this is why you are here. Registered bureaus, okay? There are rules in the country about changing money. We want to put those rules in place to allow you to organize yourselves so that you can exist as a bureau. Where necessary, we want you to come together. Where necessary, even the government can help you come together as a bureau with the mayors around the country so you can exist as a legal bureau so we don't have anybody changing money. I live in Abidjan. In Abidjan, when you go there, you can see money changing all over the place. Now, there are 2 reasons for that. Let me say that first. First, one of the reasons, and a reason to your benefit, one of the reasons is that, first of all, like, Abidjan doesn't have a dual currency regime. So most of the money is only CFA. So I will agree with you. I know someone else saying, so the reality that they don't use 2 currencies makes it difficult for people to change all over. So let me say that one first. But with the situation we're facing right now, the dry door story, we need to bring this under control. So the way to do it is to go the formal way, which the central bank people explained to you already. Okay? So I beg you, this is not targeting you. This is enlisting you to join the government. Okay? To join the government. This is your government to turn this around. Alright? So you will follow the regulation to establish the bureau follow, put your money in the account, do all of that, and then watch out for people who have large stores of money outside. Don't join the speculation on the rate. That's what this meeting is about. Once we put all of these rules in motion, the central bank will work with all of the people here and see how we can organize you into functional bureaus so you can work in the money changing business in a way that we can account. If the government does not know how much money out there, then this government is not effective. We are in a situation where we need to be able to control the money situation. So to do that, we need the information. You will have to help the government to get that information. All right? That's what this meeting is about. So it's about organizing the whole foreign exchange. And there are other measures. We are soon going to ask most of the major exporters of the country to bring the US dollar in the economy. We're also going to, so they think that everybody got to do it. Everybody. Now, when we start doing that, you start hearing, some of the people call it capital control. They say, oh, in Liberia, the people asking people to keep their money there, Liberia is not friendly for have people start. And some of the same people who say, we're not taking measures, they will do on the other side and say, oh, this time Liberia, they're asking people to keep their money when you're exporting, all kind of things. But we have to take those measures because other countries in the West African region are doing it. If other people do it, we have to do it too and grow our economy. Our ultimate responsibility is only one group of people, the Liberian people. Their happiness, their productivity, okay, their production. That's it. That's all we care about, and the stability of this country. And so this is a very good meeting. Very excited, very happy that you came to respond to the call of the government. Let's just work together and make this happen. Yeah? I thank you.
Hello? Okay, this is George G. Willis, the National Secretary General of the National Street Vendor and Scratch Card Dealer. Okay, first, I want to commend the economic team for their brilliant effort and mechanisms that have been put into place. But let me use this medium to inform the general public, everybody who have assembled here, that we are not illegal people. We are registered by the government of Liberia. We have been certificated and we have all documents in our possession. So we are asking the government and we are willing to work in line with the government. But the level in which things is going now, we are feeling marginalized. But I don't think the government, the proper government, the masses government, they will try to do things to marginalize the common people. So we are asking the government that all legal documents that we have, we are willing to work. We are willing to work with the government and implement the monetary policies. So we are appealing to the government that the business that we do, there is no way you can sell scratch card without extension money. The business that we do is US dollar business. So we are appealing to the government in this popular manner that the government should see it necessary that we can be incorporated because we have been certificated by the government and under accreditation from the government. We will control our people. There are mechanisms that have been put into place. We have our zonal heads in the 17th district of the Republic of Liberia. Our people, they are cooperative. They are very much cooperative with us. And looking at the constraint of the economy, taking people off the street, they cannot stabilize the economy. So we are ready to work in line with the government. And the fellow that says something about doing a business without exchanging the money. Now, the opportunity has been given to us to sell the scratch card, but some other regulatory people, they will use that means to carry on something that will be affected in the process. It happened in the past, and we have documents to that our money was confiscated from us when they told us to go and pay a bureau. And now we come back and the money will be given to us. And we came back to Central Bank and the money was not given back to us. So how sure will this be that that we can only sell the scratch card with our extension money, and there is no way you can do such a business with our extension money. So we are willing to cooperate with the government of Liberia. We are willing to cooperate with the government of Liberia to carry on their implementation policy, the monetary policy. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, the press, the economic team, I am appealing to the government that we are waiting and will be cooperating. Whatsoever instruction that will be given, we will go by and will tell our people, as you see in this hall, majority here, they are the street vendors. The street vendors here, majority. So we are waiting to cooperate with Central Bank, and we beg them that they shouldn't get rid of all, they shouldn't come down high on us, because we are not satisfied with this condition of being on the street to exchange money, but it's due to the high rate of unemployment in the country. This is why you are here on the street exchanging money. And the government of Liberia cannot absorb everybody in the public sector. The government cannot absorb everybody to get everyone on a job. This is why you see we try to create jobs for ourselves. So we are appealing to you for the government to look in that direction. Thank you. Thank you.